Welcome to Simply Fund's online school of playology. Today, we're going to put on our fund manager hats and build financial portfolios as we manage both risk and reward with Simply Fund's Cash Out. Cash Out can be played with 2 to 4 players and is best played with people ages 10 and up. Each game box of Cash Out contains 16 portfolio cards, 4 of each portfolio in 4 colors representing the technology, energy, manufacturing, and finance markets. 16 Cash Out cards are also broken into 4 cards and 4 colors per portfolio. You'll also find 152 Cash In cards in each portfolio category and color, with 38 cards per color set. Cash Out introduces concepts and terminology from the investment world, such as portfolio, diversify, and liquidate, while giving players a chance to use those terms in actual gameplay as you build and then cash out your sector portfolios. The game focuses on the risk and reward of building your investment position, then picking the time to reap the rewards and cash out before another player beats you to it. To set up the game, give each player, or fund manager, 4 portfolio cards, 1 of each color. All fund managers should arrange the cards face up in the order shown. Then mix up the cash in and cash out cards by shuffling them all together and deal 7 cards to each fund manager. Now let's take a closer look at the phases. Phase 1, the private purchase, is not an action and is optional. Before making any investment actions, one fund manager may ask another for either a cash in or cash out card of specific criteria. For example, he may ask for a card by color, blue, green, orange, or teal, by number, such as 2, 3, 7, or 8, or by color and number, like blue 4, orange 6, or green 10. If the other fund manager has a card that matches the criteria, he must give up the card and draw another from the deck. The private purchase phase can only occur at the beginning of each turn, and cannot begin until the second turn for each player. After the private purchase, a fund manager is allowed to make 3 strategic actions from the following choices. Play a cash-in card in your investment area or on your portfolio card. Place 1 card in a personal savings account. Play 1 cash-out card. Discard 1 cash-in or cash-out card and draw a replacement from the deck. Discard the entire hand and withdraw the entire personal savings account. Any of these are considered one action, and fund managers may choose to complete up to 3 different actions or repeat any one action up to 3 times. Once a fund manager completes 3 actions and has replenished his hand to 7 cards, play continues clockwise to the next fund manager. In Phase 2, fund managers complete their 3 actions. They can build diversified investment portfolios, placing cash-in cards below any portfolio card, grow their investments by stacking new cash-in cards on existing cash-in cards below a portfolio card, as long as the point value of the card is equal or greater than the existing card and the color matches one sector icon on that card. Players can also play cash-in cards to manage their funds by placing them on top of one of their portfolios. A portfolio requires that each card on it must be a different color than the portfolio card itself, and all 3 are needed before you can cash out. Save money by placing one of your cards face down in a personal savings account. Note, your savings account may not exceed 7 cards accumulated during the course of gameplay. Note that placing cards in savings keeps them from private purchase, but is an all-or-nothing action. Fund managers must discard their entire hand and withdraw their entire personal savings at the same time in order to access these cards during the game. Another option is you discard 1 cash-in or cash-out card and draw a replacement card from the deck as an action. A fund manager may also start to liquidate their assets and play a cash-out card. This must be the same color as the base portfolio card. Now, to start Phase 3, if you did close out a portfolio during your turn, here's what happens next. When a portfolio is liquidated, all the fund manager's investments become actual points. The lead fund manager's additional wealth points are revealed on the cash-out card that was played, and the fund manager who plays the cash-out card is the only one who receives the extra points listed. Once a portfolio is liquidated, all investment portfolios of that color held by the other players are also closed and no more cash-in or cash-out cards may be played. However, Other players will be able to score any investment cards existing in that portfolio at the end of the round. The game ends when every portfolio has been liquidated. Fund managers now count all their invested points, including any points gained by using cash-out cards. Only cards existing in the investment section of your personal playing field count towards your total, but may be increased by the cash-out card as noted on the card if you are the player to close the portfolio. Cash-in cards played in the portfolio area, top line, and cards in a personal savings account do not count towards final investment points. The fund manager with the most investment points at the end of the game is the winner. Remember, a penny saved may be a penny earned. But with cash out, investing well is the best revenge.